Some chanted, do something. And they were absolutely right. We must do something. And that is exactly what we are going to do.
It is a plan people asked for, and today Ohio Governor Mike DeWine laid out a list aimed at curbing gun violence in Ohio. The big takeaways from that plan include early intervention when it comes to mental health, as well as requiring background checks for firearm sales here in Ohio.
It is a proposed plan made up of 17 different action items. News 5's John Cossack begins our team coverage tonight from Columbus with more of the governor's proposals to prevent another mass shooting here in Ohio.
Former Governor John Kasich often talked about change coming from the bottom up, the voice of the people. Today, new Governor Mike DeWine said he heard them. When Governor Mike DeWine spoke in Dayton on Sunday, he was met with voices calling for action.
Some chanted, do something. And they were absolutely right. We must do something.
The something for DeWine is a 17-point plan to toughen the state's gun laws and penalties for gun crimes while expanding access to state mental health resources for those who may pose a threat.
We can come together to do these things to save lives.
The plan calls for background checks on all gun sales and imposes a red flag law, or what they call a forced safety protection order, that will enable a person to ask the court to remove someone's guns if they are seen as posing a threat to themselves or others, something that failed last year over due process concerns, which they say have been addressed.
It's not seizing somebody's property without due process. That was the stick, that was the issue that couldn't get resolved in the past. We've worked with voices across the broad array of concern, and we believe we have those sorted out.
Former Governor John Kasich, who tried in vain to get the legislature to act last year on several of these measures, told News 5 exclusively today there is a window of opportunity to act.
I think the window's wider now than it was when I was there because of Dayton. I'm not sure if you hadn't had Dayton what that would look like, even in light of El Paso. But got to move quickly.
Time is important for sure, and what legislators hear from the constituents, Kasich says, is as well. In Columbus, John Cossack, News 5.